Crypto Pirates Daily News, July 3, 2021. Latest news headlines. Visa, Mastercard, and PayPal are increasing their cryptocurrency capabilities. Bitcoin enthusiasts speculate on the possibility of a $2 billion digital wealth being lost following the death of a significant owner. ETH is unlikely to become a popular currency, but it can compete with BTC. Thailand's financial watchdog presses criminal charges against Binance. Strike introduces Bitcoin trading service, slams Coinbase for high BTC fees. Where to purchase Babybnb coin? Is Babybnb the next 100x cryptocurrency? FaZe is expelled from the FaZe clan due to crypto drama. Visa, Mastercard, and PayPal are increasing their cryptocurrency capabilities. While we wait for the current earnings report, it's a good time to review the outcomes from previous quarters. Travel constraints imposed by the pandemic, combined with the general downward trend since last year, resulted in large declines in cross-border volumes in the last quarter of 2020 for both Visa and Mastercard Incorporated. While total payments increased, debit spending increased while credit spending fell. Fortunately, because vaccination began to open economies, the quarter ended on 31 March yielded more favorable results. Visa's quarterly profit per share was 11 cents higher than expected. Revenues were also greater than predicted, indicating that some more traditional transactions aided the continued rise of online shopping. Thus, this was the ideal opportunity for both companies to ramp up their cryptocurrency engagement. Additional information regarding Visa's previous quarterly results. Visa's overall payment volume climbed by 11% year-over-year in the quarter ended March 31. Credit growth remained flat, whereas debit payments increased by 24%. This was a faster rate of growth than the same period previous year, when debit volume climbed by 9% and credit volume increased by 1%. The highest volume gain, 17.6%, was obtained in the United States, one of Visa's largest markets. We can only presume that the majority of Visa's customers are better off financially than they were a year ago. The decline in the U.S. unemployment rate attests to this fact. Visa chose to dive further and position itself to gain from the cryptocurrency sector's continued expansion. Visa entered the crypto universe with its first credit card that supports a crypto rewards program in collaboration with BlockFi, a platform for leveraging your cryptocurrency. Additionally, the firm revealed that it is considering using US coin to settle transactions. This should pave the way for some new relationships, all of which should generate additional revenue. Mastercard is doing the same thing with Gemini, a Bitcoin exchange based in the United States. They collaborated to establish a credit card that rewards customers with digital currency, Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Thus, users of this web bank-issued card earn up to 3% of the purchase price, which is put in the user's Gemini account. PayPal Holdings Incorporated, a well-known financial services company located in California, has also entered the cryptocurrency space via its peer-to-peer payment service Venmo. Venmo's more than 70 million customers may buy, sell, and store cryptocurrencies in its digital wallets, enabling them to pay millions of merchants with their digital assets. Bitcoin enthusiasts speculate on the possibility of a $2 billion digital wealth being lost following the death of a significant owner. Mircea Popescu, a contentious figure in the cryptocurrency industry, earned one of the largest Bitcoin fortunes, and some fear that his amassed wealth in digital assets may have been lost to the ether following his tragic death last month. The following summarizes what has been reported thus far. Popesco is said to have died off the Costa Rican coast. According to local news accounts, he was blown away by the current and perished instantly while swimming in Playa Hermosa de Garabito, Punta Arenas. The New York Post claimed, using Twitter comments, that 3 women who knew the Romanian crypto entrepreneur verified his death. Popesco was regarded as a pioneer in the field of digital assets and one of the industry's early adopters. Popesco was recognized for founding MPX, a Bitcoin securities exchange, around the time Coinbase Global Coin 0.18% started. MPX was probed by the Securities and Exchange Commission in 2014, and Popesco became famous for releasing a series of arrogant emails in which he defiantly questioned the regulator's jurisdiction at the time. Popesco's Bitcoin holdings are estimated to be over 30,000, however he has made unconfirmed claims that he had far more. Popesco's Bitcoin assets would have been valued about $2 billion in mid-April, but if estimates regarding his holdings are accurate, they are now worth around $1 billion. What remains a mystery is how Popesco stored his cryptography. Is it in a cold wallet that is not connected to computers and to which only he has the private key, or is his Bitcoin cash maintained by a third party? According to others, he possessed a private key that no one else possesses, which means that his riches, regardless of its magnitude, is forever lost on the blockchain. Access to Mircea Popesco's claimed $2 billion in Bitcoin would be limited to his private keys, regardless of whether they were stored digitally or in cold storage, such as a physical Bitcoin wallet, Voyager Digital CEO Steve Ehrlich told MarketWatch via email. It is unknown whether anyone other than Popesco has access to those wallets, he added. If no one has the private keys to his Bitcoin storage, those coins will effectively be lost forever, since they will simply sit in his wallets, unable to be liquidated. This may be a frustrating ending for Popesco and others close to him, but at least one individual looked to be attempting to remain hopeful in the face of tragedy. Anthony Pompliano, co-founder and partner of Morgan Creek Digital Assets, stated in a since-deleted tweet that the lost coins eventually increase the value of the current supply of Bitcoin, as there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. ETH is unlikely to become a popular currency, but it can compete with BTC. According to the crypto venture firm Dragonfly Capital, it is highly improbable that Ethereum, ETH, will become a popular currency, but it may compete with Bitcoin, BTC, in the long run. According to the firm's general partner Kevin Hu and junior partner Celia Won, as institutional investors begin to invest in BTC as its store of value narrative becomes more mainstream, their understanding of Ethereum and ETH is convoluted, especially when concepts like decentralized finance, DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs, are added to the mix. While an ETH bull may argue that if the Ethereum network becomes ubiquitous and fees stabilize, ETH can become a popular currency, that is highly unlikely and stablecoins are fundamentally much better at both functions even if Ethereum does become a dominant platform, the author wrote, adding that ETH is unlikely to succeed as a medium of exchange and unit of account. Despite having 5 times the market capitalization of ERC20 stablecoins, their total on-chain volume already exceeds that of ETH, $10 billion versus $8 billion per day, with off-chain volumes showing an even greater gap. However, because it is utilized as collateral in DeFi and as a non-sovereign store of wealth, ETH may still have a chance to gain market share. In the long term, it is feasible that ETH can even compete with Bitcoin on scarcity, durability, and unforgeability, Hu and Wan wrote. They give the following arguments for this statement. EIP 1559 will result in the stabilization of ETH's monetary policy, as well as a 50% reduction in inflation. The security model of Ethereum 2.0 will eventually be nearly as battle-tested as Bitcoin's, and a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism will likely strengthen Ethereum's security assurances if ETH becomes sufficiently valued. If Ethereum and DeFi become the next financial layer, ETH may remain a big collateral because it was the first collateral at scale and the DeFi ecosystem was developed around it. Having said that, the authors believe that if Ethereum and DeFi continue to expand, ETH might grab 10% of BTC's market share. If BTC's potential market capitalization is about $4.7 trillion, $14.6 trillion, then ETH's potential monetary value might be around $0.5 trillion, $1.5 trillion, they claimed. Furthermore, the Dragonfly Capital partners stated that ETH will become a capital asset as well as a consumable commodity, which should have a profound effect on ETH's value accretion. Even if other tokens, such as stablecoins, supplant Ethereum as alternate forms of payment in the future, network validators will continue to use ETH for staking and earning rewards. As a result, ETH will most likely gain value through demand as a consumption commodity and cash flows as a capital asset, they stated. Furthermore, venture capitalists contended that the present DeFi ecosystem on Ethereum has created a positive feedback loop in which users both bring the liquidity-based network effect to DeFi and profit from a liquid DeFi market. Furthermore, the composability and interoperability of DeFi protocols with each other has produced a lock-in effect for Ethereum, making it difficult for other Layer 1s and sidechains to compete, they concluded. The market capitalization of ETH was $247 billion at 1612 UTC. ETH was trading at $2,119, up over 1% in a day and 6.5% in a week. At the same time, BTC's market capitalization was $631 billion. The cryptocurrency was trading at $33,661, up 1% from the previous day, bringing its weekly losses to less than 3%. Thailand's financial watchdog presses criminal charges against Binance. Thailand's Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, stated in a statement that Binance was operating an unlicensed digital asset business in the category of a digital asset exchange. Thailand's financial watchdog filed a criminal complaint against cryptocurrency exchange Binance on Friday for operating a digital asset business without a license, the latest in a series of worldwide regulators cracking down on the site. Thailand's Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, stated in a statement that Binance was operating an unlicensed digital asset business in the category of a digital asset exchange. Only regulated organizations are permitted to provide services linked to digital asset trading in Thailand, the SEC stated. The Commission notified Binance in April about its operations but received no response, prompting it to file a criminal complaint with the Thai police. A spokeswoman for Binance declined to comment specifically on the Thai complaint, but that the company works together with regulators and takes compliance requirements seriously. Last Monday, Britain's financial authority stopped the business, one of the largest exchanges in the world, from conducting regulated activities in the country. Japan's regulator claimed last week that Binance was operating illegally in the country, while Germany's agency warned the company in April that it faced fines for offering tokens tied to equities. Bloomberg reported in May that the U.S. Justice Department and Internal Revenue Service were investigating Binance. The SEC's complaint filed in Thailand initiates a criminal proceeding, with a police investigation potentially leading to a referral to a public prosecutor with power to prosecute, the commission stated. 2 to 5 years in prison, a fine of 200,000 to 500,000 baht, $6,200 to $15,500, and an additional daily fine of up to 10,000 baht for each day the violation persists, it added. According to Crypto Compare data, trading volumes on the exchange were $662 billion in June, about double what they were in July 2020. Strike introduces Bitcoin trading service, slams Coinbase for high BTC fees. Strike, a payment app, has announced a Bitcoin service that will allow customers to acquire BTC with no additional fees. The company also chastised Coinbase for charging users expensive fees. Strike, a fintech startup, has announced that its clients can now purchase Bitcoin, BTC, with no additional costs on its platform, in an effort to achieve financial independence for everybody. Strike has launched a Bitcoin tab. Strike announced today that it had launched a Bitcoin tab function, which would make Bitcoin acquisition cheap, simple, dependable, and safe. Users who want to acquire Bitcoin on the site would not incur any additional fees outside of the market spread, a feat that most crypto trading platforms, including Coinbase, have not been able to achieve, according to the release. More to come. The fintech firm stated that the Bitcoin tab service would establish the groundwork for other offers in the future, as it is also planning to help users build their holdings by getting paid and receiving rewards in BTC, among other things. It also intends to offer a Get Paid in Bitcoin service, which will allow customers to convert their paychecks to BTC with no additional fees. Strike will also use the Bitcoin Lightning Network to minimize the cost of BTC transactions on its platform. Although the firm stated that there would be no new costs, consumers will be required to pay an execution cost of 0.3%, with the firm seeking to reduce the fee to less than 0.01% as its volume grows in the coming months. While the service has yet to be formally launched, Strike has established a waitlist for traders to receive early access to the function. Strike attacks Coinbase's exorbitant Bitcoin fees. Coinbase is the largest and most trusted cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, and it is still growing despite being one of the most expensive crypto trading platforms. Strike claimed in its release that exorbitant Bitcoin fees paid on the San Francisco-based exchange's users generated $771 million of Coinbase's $1.8 billion income in Q1 2021. According to the statement, the high trading fees that Coinbase's consumers were compelled to pay accounted for 94% of the total revenue reported in Q1 2021. Coinbase has recently come under fire for these fees, which can occasionally amount to up to 3% of the amount being transacted. Coinbase is competing to be the most trusted. In response to the criticism, Coinbase's CFO, Alicia Haas, told CNBC earlier this year that the major U.S. exchange is unconcerned about offering competitive rates. Instead, the exchange is competing to be the most trusted. Still criticizing Coinbase, Strike noted that its expensive trading costs are used to fund other areas of its business, such as the Earn Crypto program, which pays users with cryptocurrencies for participating in various contests. Strike went on to say that Coinbase can afford the airdrops it has done in the past by requiring users to pay hefty fees when purchasing Bitcoin. Make no mistake, when you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, you are backing shitcoins, Strike added. Where to purchase Babybnb coin? Is Babybnb the next 100x cryptocurrency? Babybnb is one of the cryptocurrencies that has seen the most growth recently. Babybnb's price has surged by 128% in the last 24 hours, while trading volume has increased by 57%. Due to the rising interest in the altcoin, we thought it would be beneficial to publish a video outlining the critical information you should know before investing. We examine what Babybnb is, how it operates, and its investment prospects in the future. Where can I purchase Babybnb coins online? If you're interested in investing in Babybnb or any other altcoin, we recommend opening an account with a cryptocurrency broker, funding your account, and purchasing coins. While some cryptocurrency investors prefer decentralized exchanges, DEXs, we believe that crypto brokers offer a better balance of low costs and user-friendly interfaces that is more acceptable for the majority of investors. Therefore, if you're seeking for the finest platforms to buy, sell, and trade Babybnb coin, we recommend the following two. eToro. eToro is one of the leading multi-asset trading platforms in the world, delivering some of the industry's lowest commission and fee rates. Its social copy trading characteristics make it an excellent choice for beginners. Trader on CoinKong. CoinKong enables the instant purchase and sale of cryptocurrencies. This is a good alternative for novices due to its robust security, transparent fee structure, and exceptional customer service. What exactly is Babybnb? Babybnb is a cryptocurrency on the Binance Smart Chain that was created as a tribute to the Honor Binance coin, BNB. Its fundamental function is to act as a buyback mechanism and passive disbursement yield, with 2% of each transfer being redistributed equally to Babybnb token holders. This means that holders earn passive income while also having the opportunity to gain from price accretion due to the buyback and burn feature. Both Babybnb and BNB are currently coupled to BTC, while the Binance coin development team believes they will eventually split. BNB has increased in value and strength in recent months, despite the fact that it is still in its relative infancy. This means it will take time to catch up to Ethereum. Should I purchase Babybnb cryptocurrency? If you value Binance Coin and want to invest in a cryptocurrency that will help the project compete with Ethereum, Babybnb tokens should be a serious consideration. Price objective for Babybnb. It is exceedingly difficult to foresee the Babybnb price accurately due to the inherent unpredictability of early-stage cryptocurrency ventures. Additionally, the majority of Babybnb's worth is determined by market emotion rather than fundamentals. What we can tell is that we are positive on the coin at the moment and would not be shocked to see its rapid growth continue in the near future. FaZe is expelled from the FaZe clan due to crypto drama. FaZe was not the only victim of this drama, as Jarvis, Nikan, and Tico were also placed on administrative leave until further notice. This is in response to allegations of pump-and-dump cryptocurrency schemes such as Save the Children. FaZe clan stated unequivocally that they had no involvement in the recent cryptocurrency transactions conducted by members of the organization and separated themselves from all four players. All four advertised Save the Children, resulting in numerous followers investing and losing money as a result of the pump and dump. How is a pump and dump scam conceived? When you're building or promoting an altcoin such as Doge, Save the Children, or anything, you want it to be promoted by celebrities. FaZe Jarvis, Nikan, Tico, and K were allegedly compensated for promoting the Save the Kids coin. This helps boost the coin's worth and price, as many supporters of the esports organization invest. The coin now has intrinsic worth. When this occurred, the promoters immediately unloaded their own personal assets, resulting in a pump and dump. Before being removed from FaZe, FaZe K confirmed that none of this was cleared with FaZe. We just covered K's response to the reaction in this crypto incident. FaZe clan has expelled FaZe K from the organization and suspended the aforementioned players. K joined FaZe in 2013, while his brother Jarvis joined in 2019. It's also worth noting that FaZe Banks recently distanced himself from this crypto scandal in a tweet, but it appears to have died down. What he purportedly stated was as follows: "I have never been a part of a pump and dump operation. That has never occurred. My wallet is open to the public. I was not involved in any of this. I'm an open book with a genuine affection for this space." We have a feeling this is not the final word on this, despite of FaZe K's expulsion from FaZe. We have not yet received any formal statements from the players regarding the situation. FaZe did make the following announcement on Twitter: "We have decided to terminate K's membership in FaZe clan and suspend Jarvis, Nikan, and Tico until further notice. FaZe clan had no connection with our members' cryptocurrency-related activities, and we strongly condemn their current behavior. Our first concern has always been and will always be our supporters' trust and respect." We hope you enjoyed watching and listening to this video. Please let us know your opinion in the comments area below. If you found our content useful, please like it and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more crypto-related contents.